Hello, Alice. Clearly, you have spiraled really deep down the YouTube rabbit hole in order to end up here in the hutch with me, Shira. I'm so happy you came because you get to experience me making some poor choices. Most of those poor choices are all about my hair. This is it. It is 4A, 4B, kinky, curly, dry, and really, 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 really green. Now you might be thinking, Shira, I don't remember you dyeing your hair green. Very good observation for those of you returning. Well, apparently, if you put violet on your hair, violet is mostly blue, and then when you wash your hair, sometimes all the reddishy stuff goes away and you are left with green on your yellow hair. It's probably blue on my yellow hair, and so now I have green. Nonetheless, here we are, and here we are moving away from. Today, I will be using the BDSP method in order to remove this blue from my hair. I mean, as much as I can this time round. For those of you with the naughty mind, BDSP, not the other one, BDSP. So you might be saying, Shira, what is BDSP? BDSP stands for baking soda, developer, soap, in this case, dish soap, and purple shampoo. Now that I have all of my resources, I'm also going to pull together a bowl and some gloves, and then I'm going to combine all of these ingredients into this bowl. I'm going to do 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. I'm starting with the baking soda. I'm going to put the baking soda in the bowl. Then I'm going to go on to developer. Wella 10 volume developer, given to me by a beautiful friend who loves me and doesn't want my hair to fall out any more than it currently is. So thank you. Next stop, soap. And finally, purple shampoo. Today I'm going to be using the Tigi Catwalk Fashionista Violet Shampoo, and hopefully that means that when I do lift some of this blue out, it's not going to turn completely yellow and maybe will be slightly less yellow. Now that I have all these items in my bowl, it looks like a science project, which I can't really show you without letting it pour all over the floor, which is something that I don't want to do. I'm gonna mix. Now that I'm finished mixing, my next step is to apply this to my hair. I'm just gonna slap it on there. But before I put anything on my hair, I need to make sure that I have protection. So, gloves. I should probably do this with a little bit of rhyme and reason. Because I know that I applied more dye to my roots are still pretty bluishy purple and my ends are green. So I'm gonna start with my roots and then I'm gonna go through and hit my ends up. Let's begin. Now that I've finished my roots, I'm gonna move on to my ends. I'm truly just gonna take big old dollops of this stuff and put it on my ends. Hopefully that'll work as a strategy. Now that I'm finished my application, I'm going to put a plastic bag on top of my head, sit, allowing this sucker to simmer for about an hour, and then I'll rinse it out and see how it looks. Time's up. Let's see how it's looking. I can't tell. Let's get in the shower. And at the end of round number 1, the results are nothing. I see very little change from when I went into the shower to before I did this entire application. There's still lots of blue. It's still really green. So I don't think that worked very well. Keeping in mind that my hair was completely coated in all sorts of protective products, that might have played a role. So what I'm gonna do is try this one more time to see what it does. Let's try this again. Now I'm wondering if I want to use the purple shampoo this time. I feel like I'd be wasting it because I'm just depositing sort of bluey violety color on top of my bluey greeny hair already. So this time I'm gonna leave it out and see what happens. Safety first. Gloves. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of normal shampoo to here because it's feeling a bit riffity-rutchy, scratchity. I'm gonna use some Hask repairing shampoo in this concoction. I'm gonna throw a shower cap back on, see if the magic happens after 1 more hour. Now that I've had this on for a chunk of time and I'm tired, I'm gonna go rinse it out and show you whether or not it worked. And so, after round number 2, the results are exactly the same! Barring this time the peroxide actually lightened my roots, so that's a fun little side note thingy that happens when you put peroxide on your hair. But as far as like stripping the blue/green from my hair, it did absolutely nothing. So we know that was a failure. On to the next one. And I'm back. It's a few days later and I have to say, I lost so much hair. It could be that I just did the process 2 times in a row. It could be that it was like, nuh-uh, girl, no. But I would just pull on the ends of my hair and it would just come out. So I'm gonna say if you do this method, it is not as safe as you would hope it would be. BDSP is not the method that I'd ever use again. Yes, it definitely lightened my hair. Worth it? Absolutely not. The next time you see me, I might be bald. We'll find out. But until then, remember to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so that you can see the next time I do something really dumb. Bye!